So yeah, I couldn't not have some kind of reaction to the trailer. I mean, let's be honest, this trailer's bound to have Sindel in it. So I need to have a reaction to that. People want to know.
Kombat 1, the brand new trailer.
Here we go.
There are outworlders who would prefer us to be at war.
Raiden finally showed up his trick. There he is. Well, Sindel still has the same voice. She looks more like Lee May than Katana. And here's Khan drawing a lot from his design in MK11. I'm always going to call him Khan. I don't care if it's General Show. Does he have fucking horns? Sure, he had horns then. So Sindel's not got the glaive. Okay, Motaro's a cameo, nice, but Sindel's doesn't seem to have the scream either, because the projectile now is from the. Never mind. Motaro's model is up. Yep, Sindel's got open-toed boots, naturally. Naturally. That's just how it is. Well, she mentioned the tournament. So is it not a death tournament now? It still exists.
Is it me? Or is Earthrealm's champion
Oh god, that Khan looks fucking terrible. Jesus Christ. I still don't like the idea of Raiden just taking Liu Kang's role. Like, he's just taking Liu Kang's role and that's it. He doesn't have his own unique thing going on. I don't like that at all. What is up with Khan? What is up with Xiao's fucking horns? It looks abysmal. What the hell have they done to him? Yeah, I don't care about Raiden gameplay. I want to see more of the actual new characters being shown here. Shujinko, and he kind of looks like ass. That model doesn't look good at all. Yeah, old Kung Fu man. Sure, but I don't like that the focus on just that. Like, where's his special powers? You know, why is he not copying other people's abilities? That's Shujinko's entire thing. Not just being Kung Fu man. Anyone can be Kung Fu man in MK. Was Motaro just blocking that, knocking back? He was knocking back the projectiles, which is a callback to MK3. Nice. Whoa. Yeah, she looks really weird when the hair's all wild and crazy. Ooh, I hope this is a sign that she is an enemy of Khan and not. But then she says, "Who's your queen?" And that gives me I'm really worried she's going to be evil again. It's hard to judge right now. I pray they have switched her back, but for now it's difficult to tell. So yeah, it's interesting how they got rid of the glaive. The glaive was a thing I feel a lot of people were really happy with in MK11. It was really weird to me that they would just get rid of it. It's one of those things where it feels like it's NetherRealm's doing that thing where they just change things arbitrarily about how the characters play. Just let's give the character a different style this time. And sometimes that works, like with Kenshi, going with a different sword style. Putting the weapon focus for certain characters, like Khan actually having his hammer out all the time, was a step in the right direction. But you could argue, of course, that it makes him look a bit weaker, that he has to resort to a weapon rather than just busting it out every now and then. But whatever, it makes him unique in his style. Just looking at him, he looks different because he's got the hammer. And Sindel had that too with her glaive, but that's gone. I'm not too fond of how she looks when she goes all super mega hair thing, but maybe that's setting up something crazy that she can do later on. We'll see about that. Odd that the projectile now comes from her hair rather than as a scream thing. I was surprised we didn't see Reiko in that, because Reiko has been recharacterized since Armageddon as a Shao Kahn fanboy, and that's informed his design in that game, and even in this one, his design is very similar. Evidently he's going to be working under General Shao, so that's probably why he looks like him now. Weird that, because we know he's in the game as presumably as a playable character. I mean, there was that cutscene that was shown off where there's a fight between Li Mei and him. I've not seen the full thing, but I'm pretty sure he does show up in that as an opponent alongside Motaro as the cameo. So I'm curious to see why Reiko wasn't in this trailer. Is he going to be is like an odds and ends trailer, while this one just focused on Sindel and Shao? Or is Reiko just not going to be an actual player? Well, surely he would have to be. Like, it can't just be an NPC, because otherwise he would have been at least in the combat pack. Will the final trailer have an actual theme to it that Reiko fits into? Maybe it'll just be like random people who are part of Shao's rebellion, so it'll be Reiko and I don't fucking know, but it's interesting to see what the next themed trailer is. But for now, we can't really judge Sindel's allegiance, because for now, she seems to be a good guy to some extent, but the fact they kept the old voice for Sindel, who played the evil version that was pretending to be good. And she definitely fits with this line which is saying, like, who's your queen? No, maybe she's just, like, a domineering good guy, and I hope that's what it is, and not that we're going to stick with the evil thing, but we can't say for now. Xiao, all I can really say is, the horns make him look like a centaur, weirdly enough. I mean, obviously, he's not a centaur, but, well, maybe is it possible he was one before he got cursed, like the centaurs were in Armageddon by the Shokan? Possibly. Probably not, though. I'm sure it's just a weird thing. But him having horns surely has implications for his race. Like, maybe he's a demon now or something. It's just a... I don't know why they feel the need to change Khan so much. Like, they went with the dragon thing, now they're giving these dumb horns. I don't know. I just don't think it works. I feel like they should have just stuck to something simple. This was an issue with the MK11 version, that he had these weird draconic elements that just didn't work, and fans were generally, there were people who liked it, of course, but I feel like generally people didn't care for those design changes and would have rather he just stayed more classic. And now they're like basically doubling down. Maybe the horns are meant to be a dragon thing. Maybe he is also the Dragon King. I think anything else to say would just be speculation. Motaro's neat to actually see him with proper gameplay animations and such. Having that move where he's knocking back projectiles like an MK3, because for people who never played MK3, that was his gimmick, is projectiles just bounce back at you. I don't think it was even a block state or anything, it's just how it happened. You had to either be playing as a character who had melee specials, or just get good, like, without using those, which was a problem for certain characters. Some characters, it really did mess with their kit in the same kind of way that Chronica messes with your kit. But yeah, that's really all that I have to say, other than the mention of the tournament. I'm pretty sure Sindel mentioned the tournament. It seems to be more of a friendly thing now, just like the Olympic Games is what it seems to be now. Maybe the story will be about the corruption of the tournament, turn it into the death tournament. But I do kind of like the idea of Liu Kang taking it, like keeping it, but as a sporting contest, effectively. It is kind of weird how he brings up, yeah, this is my specific champion, Raiden. So is it not a tournament? Is it just like one fight? I don't know, but if it is just like an Olympics type thing, that's not going to be the focus of the story. It can't be, because there's not enough there to be the focus of the story. That has to be, this is what's going on, the real plot is happening off to the side. You know, Raiden's here with Liu Kang training and focusing on this, while the other characters are doing their own things. Which is also a way to explain why Raiden has barely shown up in the trailers, because his plot is going to be focused on that, and he's likely going to be segregated from the other characters, most likely for a lot of the story. I hope that's not the case, just because you want to see how the characters are interacting. We have these new takes on the characters. Raiden is one of the most different in terms of personality now, so you want to see how his personality bounces off the other characters, how his relationships with these other characters differ from... I mean, he didn't have much of a relationship with most of the characters previously, but you want to see how things have changed and how things compare to what we saw in prior timelines. Hopefully it's good. For right now, can't really say. Maybe I'll have some more thoughts by the time we talk about it on Combat Kings podcast. I don't know when that's going to be out, but that's all I've got for you.